if you're new to the channel, you won't know. I've got an electric car, a Porsche Taycan. I'm hurrying this up because I've got a 340-mile round trip that I'm going to take you on with in my electric car. We've got a charge. It's 9:36. I've got to get down to Mansfield, which is about 170 miles, something like that. I'll tell you in the car. Anyway, I've got a charge along the way, which is the issue because that's going to hold me back. You've got to add that into your journey and plan your journey, basically, like the evangelists say, but I'm not sure how long that's going to take. My dental appointment is at 2:10, not 2:30, if you know what I mean. But there's one thing that nobody's telling you about electric cars, right? There's loads of electric car videos online, but they aren't telling you one thing. I'm going to tell you that today. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to take you on my journey. We've got a charge along the way, which is going to hold me back a little bit, but I can then tell you that one thing that nobody is telling you about electric cars. If you're new to the channel, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up. That pushes this video out to YouTube to educate people on the true reality of EV ownership. Now, and also hit the subscribe button as well. It'll push this out to the rest of the world and educate people onto, well, basically to get a petrol or a diesel car instead and stop messing around. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Right, okay my friends, so we have got 97 miles of range, 43% of battery, 170 miles to go to my dentist, 340 miles round trip. It's 9:45. I've got to be at the dentist for 2:05, not 2:30. We've done that joke once already and it wasn't funny the first time, but the old ones are always the best. You're going to ask me why I've not charged before I left. There is no charger at where I was starting out at. There is a charger along the way at Porsche South Lakes. I could charge there. It might be a little bit too early to charge, but we will see. So I'm going to try and charge along the way, and I'm also going to explain to you the one thing that nobody is telling you about electric cars. I've done hundreds of videos about electric cars, and even I haven't shown you this one thing about electric cars, and it is kind of a plus, really. It is in fact it is a plus. This could be the one thing that makes electric cars the future. Anyway, come on, onwards, we've got to get there. So what are we on? Yeah, 9:40. Where's the time? Where's the clock on here? Just give me a minute, I'm concentrating. You know, there's that many things to look at on here and it doesn't tell you where the blooming time is. 9:46, that's what we're on. Come on, onwards. Right, so says we're going to get there at 12:43, but you've got to calculate into your journey the time spent charging. So we're not going to get there at 12:43, so that's it's not right. I think what I'm going to do first off, I'm going to stop at Porsche South Lakes. I'm not going to charge to 100% because, as I've said many times before, for the people that don't know, I'll say again, after 80% your car starts charging really slowly, and also allegedly it damages the batteries as well if you charge really fast. So the best way to do is never let it go between 20 and don't charge over 80. So you really haven't got 100% of battery all the time anyway, unless you're charging at home, I guess, and trickle charging it. So there you go. We're going to stop there first, which is in about, I think it's probably about 6 or 7 miles. So we'll stop there first, and then I don't really want to be, I'm just looking, I don't want to be any more than about 10-15 minutes there. So if they've got a coffee, I might be able to get myself a free coffee there at Porsche. Right, we haven't got time to muck around. Okay, so let me just see where I am. See if there's anything coming. 1 second. There we go. Listen at that washing machine. We haven't got time to muck around. 31% of battery. It is 12 minutes past 10. It says we're going to get there at 12:50 now. I need to be there roughly for around 2 o'clock. So we haven't got time to mess around. Let's get this charged up. 69 miles of range. It'll be interesting as well. I will tell you along the way. Well, I'll tell you at the end of what basically my journey has actually cost me. For charging the car up, etc. Why is there a Bentley coming out of the Porsche garage? You don't belong here! You don't belong here! Right, let's pull in and let's get charged. Get close enough. That close enough, that'll do. Right, park, milk float off, seatbelt off, and let's get charged. Come on. Right. Touch to start. I mean, it says Porsche South Lakes, but I think they're actually in Lancashire. It's because they used to be in Kendal, but then again, Kendal's not the lakes, it's the gateway to the lakes. I'm confused. Right. Touch to start. Got my Porsche charging card, so this is subsidised. Authentication successful. Let's plug in. Right. Plug this in. In we go. 10:15. Come on. Chop chop. There is one thing, by the way, that Porsche are making me pay with this electric car, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Right, hang on a minute. Come on, let's go and see what it's doing. Preparing. Preparing. Come on. Preparing. Preparing. Preparing to charge. Communicating with the car. Charging in progress. Right, here we go. So we're getting charging power, 72 kilowatts. Right, I think I'm going to go and see whether I can blag a free coffee. Come on, I might even be able to get some free biscuits, or is that a good thing before I go to the dentist? Oh, then I've got to clean my teeth. I'm going to have bits of biscuit in my teeth, and I'm going to smell a coffee, aren't I? I'm going to have coffee breath. What am I going to do? I'm going to the dentist. All these things with electric cars, come on. Right, got my Porsche coffee, got my Porsche biscuits. Can I just say, by the way, this is why I have had Porsche cars for, crikey, must be the last 20 years I would have thought. Because the service at every Porsche dealership that you get is second to none. I've been to BMW dealers and had them before, not the same. Range Rover dealers, not the same. Porsche South Lakes, Porsche Leeds, Porsche Nottingham have all been superb, and I know them all here because I always charge here, and I know them all first name basis, and they're really great. So we are now at I'll tell you what, let me have a look and we'll see, because it is now 10:37. Let's just have a look what charge we're at. 69%. I like 69. 158 miles. So we might be all right actually to just call it at that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes, let that charge, have my coffee. And the great thing about electric cars is it gives you time to have a coffee, a chocolate chip cookie, and appreciate the different shapes of clouds. Some of them are a little bit like the clouds that you get on Toy Story. And if you were just putting petrol in your car, you wouldn't get time to appreciate that. You get time to appreciate the smaller things in life. Like the size of an evangelist manhood. Yes, that's small normally. Right, anyway, see you in a minute. 74%, I'm stopping it. Stop charging. Let's take it out. Obviously I put that on tripping up over there, but you know, I didn't really trip up over it. I put it on. Good acting, bad acting actually, but you know what I mean, if people have a disability, it is more difficult, but you know, there we go. Let's get this back and get in the car. Jump over that. Right, grab my coffee and onwards, my friends. Oh, right, okay, milk float on. 168 miles of range, 74% of battery, 10:41 now we are at. I can't remember what time we started charging. Come on, I need to activate my phone. Come on, here we go, come on. Come on, technology. Tell you what, let's just reverse and let's get on, and I'll tell you how many miles we've got and what time we're going to be there. We need to be there for 2. Right, okay, so we're back on the road, M6 South. It is now 10:43. We have 168 miles of range, 74% of battery, 145 miles to go. So ideally I could do with one more charge, although I'll get there with about 20 miles left, but we shall see. Anyway, so 18 minutes past 1 it's saying we should get there, so we will get there on time, just if we charge again. Anyway, I'll let you know the cost of all these chargings as well at the end of the video, and also I'll let you know the one thing that Porsche are making me pay even more for, or even more with. Right, on my electric car, onwards. I'd like to say hello to everybody in Porsche South Lakes, by the way. That's in Lancashire. And thanks for the coffee. It's actually better than Costa coffee. Tastes a lot better. I think it's because it's free. I have to say, by the way, I did test drive the new Porsche Taycan, and I did a video on that. If you've not seen it, head back and have a look at it. And electric cars are, and I've said this before, a lot like mobile phones, because the initial Apple iPhone, when it came out, just take a drink, otherwise somebody would be saying, oh, I think you'll find you can get arrested for drinking coffee while you're driving. No, you can't. I've checked with a police officer. No, you can't, only if you're driving with undue care and attention, and I'm not. But I've said before, electric cars are much like mobile phones and computers. They do get better as they go along. I'm not saying that they're the future, and I'm not saying that they're for everybody, And I've said, you know, it's all about control, I think, and I think you should have electric cars at the side of petrol and diesel cars that are cleaner. But the second generation Porsche Taycan is way better and leagues ahead of this one. It is, I think it does a range of about 300 and odd miles. It charges, whereas this one will charge in about 40 minutes. I charged it and managed to charge it fully in about 10 to 15 minutes, so it charges faster, and you get more range on it. In fact, the range actually went up when I was driving it because they've worked on the regeneration on it, so things do get better, like the mobile phones, like the iPhone 3G. Didn't have an iPhone 2, did they? They jumped from iPhone to iPhone 3G, I believe. Anyway, so be interesting to see what the third generation Porsche Taycan will be like. So there we go. Anyway, let's just get on the road and let's get there, because if I'm not, I'm going to get charged for the dentist, and I don't want to be paying for something I've not had. Got coffee breath now though. I'm going to smell a coffee and I'm going to have biscuit and chocolate chip in my teeth. Hey, do you know what I've noticed, by the way, in the comment section of these videos? I used to get, I think you'll find you should have got a Tesla. I think you'll find you got the wrong car, you should have got a Tesla. You should have got a Tesla. Loads of people saying you should have got a Tesla. But since the whole Elon Musk thing, hardly anybody says that they have got a Tesla or I got the wrong car or mention Tesla. It's like they've gone into hiding or something, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy. By the way, I will say, I do not condone all the vandalism to the Tesla cars that are happening worldwide because of Elon Musk. You know, people have worked hard to buy themselves a car, and if it's a Tesla, then so be it. It's their money, buy what they want. So I think it's absolutely disgusting, the people that are going around vandaling Teslas. Just stop it, all right? I have a laugh about Tesla owners, but they've spent their hard-earned money on their cars, so pack it in and stop it, because it's not Elon Musk that you're having a go at, it's the people that own these cars, and it's, you know, the second biggest investment next to a house that they'll make. So just pack it in. You're not having a go at Elon Musk at all. He won't care, he's loaded. But these people who've got these Teslas, you know, they've probably worked all their life to buy that, or worked for months on end. So there we go. But they have gone into hiding. But I think you'll find you should have bought a Tesla. Anyway, come on, onwards. Right, a little update for you. It is 11:42. I am at 44% of battery. That's the daft thing, by the way, isn't it? If you've got a diesel or petrol car, you just fill it right to the top and then you just drive up and back in one go, whereas you're doing it in bits because you're only charging to 80%, so you're having to make more stops, not just one stop, more stops. So that's 2 coffees, 2 buns or whatever, and you know what I mean, or a sandwich or whatever, rather than just stopping to put some petrol or diesel in. Anyway, we digress. 44% of battery, 96 miles left of range, 11:42, 80 miles to my destination, and 1 hour and 34 minutes, and it says we're going to get there at 1:16, which is in time for the dentist. But I am going to stop and charge one more time so that I've got enough charging. I don't want to get to Mansfield with very little charge, so we need to find somewhere to charge, and I'm going to have about 40 minutes to spare, so we shall charge. Always be charging. My ears are popping. Going to the highest motorway in the UK, which is the M62. So if you're from the north of England, well, pretty much all over England, you will know, or the UK, you will know about that farmyard that I've just passed on the last clip. And there's so many myths and urban myths about that place. You know, it was like, oh, well, the farmer wouldn't sell, so they had to build the motorway either side of it. That's one of them. Another one is about they had to build the motorway higher and the land wasn't fit to build on, so they left him there, and he wasn't happy about it because he ended up having a devalued property. What actually is the truth about that farm? Let me know in the comment section down below. Did he not want to sell, or what? What was it? What's the truth about it? You know, I'm going to tell you now, right, I'm going to say the majority of accidents on the motorway are down to the fact that people travel too close to each other. Now, this car can stop really, really quickly. Its brakes are phenomenal. There's something to do with Porsche where it has to stop in a certain amount of time with the speed it's going or whatever. It's crazy. Really, really good brakes. There was a white van behind me a few moments ago, right up my backside. I'm doing 66 miles an hour and I'm overtaking the traffic. I'm going to pull in now, and if I'd have had to slam my brakes on, he would have been right up my backside. Do you remember that advert on TV years ago? It was like one of them public information films. Only a fool breaks the 2-second rule.
Next time you're travelling on an open road at a speed of 40 or more, try saying to yourself, only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. It takes just 2 seconds to say. Only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. Try the 2-second rule. It'll help you keep your distance, and it could save your life. Remember, only a fool breaks the 2-second rule.
Who remembers that? Only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. And then there was another one. I love all stuff like that. I'm going digressing now. M1 South, here we go. The other one that I used to like was think once, think twice, think bike.
If you want to avoid this, think once, think twice, think bike.
I remember that one. There was that one. Then what else was there? There was don't mix cross-ply with radials or something.
Don't mix cross-ply and radial tyres on the same axle. And don't use cross-ply on the rear if you've got radials on the front. Remember, cross-ply and radial tyres. Just don't mix.
And then there was a car, I think it was a Maxi, was it, or something? I can't remember what it was. And it was overturned or something. Absolutely fantastic. Can you remember any other public service information films back from the 70s and 80s or whatever that was to do with cars and stuff like that? That's fantastic. I love nostalgia. Anyway, M1 South, 34% of battery, 79 miles of range. It's 7 minutes past 12. We're going to get there for 1:15. We're not. We've got a charge, and we've got 54 miles to go. So we've actually got enough charge, but I want to put some in so that I can get back quicker as well. There's there's a car up ahead of me here, an Audi Q3, but it's a turbo diesel, I think. But the number plate would be perfect for a Tesla driver. It's LP73 UBE Lube. That'd be perfect, wouldn't it, for a Tesla driver? I've got another one, by the way, another public service announcement film, and that was, and do you remember this one? I'm not sure whether I can put a clip of this one in, because I think it's got somebody in who should be well forgotten, really. Clunk, click, every trip.
No matter how short the journey, nag yourself to remember this drill. Clunk the car door and click the seatbelts. Clunk, click, every trip.
If I can find a clip, I'll have put it in there, which is Jimmy Savile, wasn't it? Good grief. Anyway, less said about the better. Let's move on. Maybe nostalgia should be left in the past. Come on, onwards. Another one. I like this game. It's keeping me amused while I'm driving, and it's better than I Spy. What about, there's another one. Worn tyres spell danger.
Worn tyres spell danger.
Well, it didn't, did it? It never spelt danger. Worn tyres spelt worn tyres. But yeah, worn tyres spell danger. There was lots of them, weren't they? I loved the public service announcement films. They were great back in the... I think there's a website with them all on. Right, milk float off. We're at Woolly Edge. Actually, I need to tell you what we've got. We've got 30% of battery, 72 miles of range. We've also got 44 miles left to go. But I'm going to put some charge in now, always be charging, then that'll give us enough charge to get back around halfway up the motorway on the way back. It's now 12:19, 30% of battery, 72 miles of range, 44 miles to go, and it's 12:19. So milk float off, let's get it charged. Right, this one works with my Porsche charging card, but if I remember rightly, I've got to plug it in first, so let's get it plugged in. Right, come on. Let's pop this in. There we go. And then pop the card on here. Beeping, it's beeping. Says it's starting. Preparing to charge. We're connecting to your vehicle now. Preparing to charge. Preparing to charge. And it's charging. We're in. You know what? I am sick to the back teeth of charging. But thanks to my electric car, Porsche have made me pay even more. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Right, okay, you see Tesla outside a travel lodge, obviously a couple of swingers, I told you they were. Anyway, where was we? Right, I am sick to the back teeth of charging, but thanks to my electric car, Porsche have made me pay even more attention to my dental hygiene. Because look, I've got some toothpaste here, I've got a toothbrush there. Now, believe it or not, I do have an electric toothbrush, and I'm not joking, this is not a joke, it is back charging, so I'm going to have to use a manual toothbrush, you know. So what we've got here, a little bit of water, going to pop that on the toothbrush, just like that, there we go, wet that, and then pop a little bit of toothpaste on here. You see, if I had got a petrol or a diesel car, you wouldn't actually have time to do this because I'd be on the road, so I'd be going to my dentist with coffee breath. So here we go, there we go. You see, you can't do this. There we go. Up and down. I'm going to have to spit this out, wait there. That's better. Right, see? No coffee breath for me. There we go. So, thanks to my electric car, Porsche have made me pay even more attention to my dental hygiene. Right, we're at 62%, it's 12:33. Let's get on the road. Come on, onwards. I mean, I might keep that in the car. Can always, you know what I mean? Use it again. You see, electric car owners, they have, can we get this out? This come out? Your charging is stopping. Electric car owner, come on. Electric car owners have better teeth. Right, back in the milk float. Oh, right, okay. Got to tell you one thing, there's a lady charging in a Kia there, and she was looking at me gone out. She must think I'm nuts. She'd be right. Onwards now, what have we got? We are at, what are we in here? I'll tell you what, let's get on the road and I'll tell you in a minute. Let's get out of here. Right, so we're at 64% of battery, 149 miles of range. We've got 43 miles to go. It is now 12:37. We're going to get there at 1:32, which is about half an hour early. I could do with some lunch, but I'm not going to eat anything because I've just brushed my teeth. So we'll get there a bit early and just relax for a little while. And I'll let you know later on exactly what everything's cost, so you can work out how many miles I've done and what it's actually cost me and what it would cost you in your equivalent diesel or petrol car. So there we go. Right, come on, onwards. Now, I could be crafty here when I get back to Mansfield, because I've got a couple of things to do. I need to see my children while I'm here, as well as have my teeth done. But at my ex-wife's house, there is a charger that I used to use, but she won't let me charge on her drive anymore. To be honest, I don't really go to Mansfield all that much now, but only to see the kids. But she is away on holiday, and I haven't got a key to the house, but the charger still works. What she doesn't know is it's linked to the internet, and I checked and it works. Now, would it be theft, and would it be wrong of me, because she doesn't watch my videos, if I put my car on her drive while she was away and accidentally just slotted the charger in the charger? Would that be wrong of me? Would it be theft? I mean, let me know in the comment section. Would you do it?
Yes, I would do it. That power would set me up above the gods.
You know, she's not gonna know. I mean, you know, I've a couple of hours while I'm there, just with my kids and stuff, you know. It's needs must, isn't it? You know what I mean? And she won't watch, she'll be none the wiser. Anyway, come on, onwards. Right, so it's 1:28. I've got to the dentist. Now, I'm half an hour early, so what I'm going to do is pop in, just do, reverse this milk float up. There we go. Just do a little bit of work, and then I'm going to head over to the ex-wife's. She's not there, she's on holiday, and stick a little bit of charge in. Don't tell her. Is it wrong? I've asked that earlier on. You know, it's sort of like I'm just borrowing it, aren't I? Anyway, I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, so shh, don't tell her about the ex-wife. She's on holiday. The charger's there. She doesn't want me charging here because I had a letter from Porsche saying don't park it or charge it near a building because it might set on fire, and she says I'm not having you charging your car. Anyway, she's not here, so I'm going to charge it while I go and see my daughter. Wait there. So let's plug it in. It's 3 minutes past 3. There we go. Right, so I think that now is charging. What are we at? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we're at. Right, 45%, 104 miles, and at the moment it is 3:05. So we'll steal some electric, and then I shall see you guys in a little while, probably in about a couple of hours.
2 hours later.
Shh, don't tell. It's not theft. I'm just borrowing it. Right? Go. Come on. Oh, flap down. Back in the milk float. Right, okay, blimey, that is bright. You'll have to excuse the lighting. Terrible videography, that. 54% of battery, 124 miles of range, and now we've got to get back up to the Lake District. It is 4:23. I am making a stop off on the way to do a quick video, so it'll probably take a little bit longer than I actually anticipate. So I'm going to do another review on a future video of a brand new service station that's just opened. Thrilling. There is something actually quite thrilling about service stations, though, isn't there? I like it. They're quite magical, or they were back in the day anyway. So right, so 423, 124 miles of range, 54% of battery. I'd got about 55 when I left the ex-wife. So what did I actually have? How much electricity have I stole? Probably not a great deal. Come on, onwards. Right, so I'm going to charge up at Welcome Break because, as I said earlier, I'm going to go and do a little food review video there for another vlog, and they've got loads of chargers there. Now, I've got 114 miles of range, 50% of battery, and we've got 157 miles to get back to the Lake District. Now, what I probably will do is charge here and then charge again, always be charging, ABC, that's what the evangelists say, and I'll charge again when we get to Porsche South Lake. So I'm going to let you know exactly what this cost me as well for charging, etc., so you can work out. Don't forget, let me know in the comment section what it would have cost you to actually put fuel in your car, get in and just go, basically, you know, no hassle. Anyway, so I'm going to charge up at Welcome Break, the newest service station in the UK. Right, okay, so we are at the services. Now, this is the weirdest entrance to the services I've ever known, because there's only one services and you have to go under. Services straight on, you have to go under the motorway to get to the services, and that, I've been here before and couldn't work it out. Right, services this way. Right, so it says EV charging this way. I don't know whether this one actually is going to work. I don't think this is going to work with my Porsche charging card. We can try. I think it's apple green, but wow, this is a huge services. Right, that's bright. 459, 104 miles of range, 45% of battery, milk float off. Let's go and get this charged up, and then I can do a little video on the services. I love service stations, there's something magical about them. Let's get it charged up. Right, okay, I'm always a little bit wary here, because when I pull up next to Tesla owners there, they sometimes might come over and have a go at me. Like this guy here. Come on in, come on in. How are you?
Good, how's things?
I'm shaking hands with a Tesla driver.
I know, you haven't caught the plague yet, but it will come.
What can you say? One of us.
One of us, one of us.
Do you know what?
The greater good.
The greater good. Now, you've got a YouTube channel, haven't you?
I have, yeah, Just Get a Tesla.
Is it called Just Get a Tesla?
It's literally called Just Get a Tesla.
Just Get a Tesla. So head over. I'm going to put your link in the description down below, and head over and subscribe to this guy, just get a Tesla. How many Teslas have you had?
It's actually my first one, but it's not my first EV.
What was your first EV?
A Nissan Leaf back in 2014.
Really? What did you think of the Nissan Leaf? They were the first ones, weren't they?
The drivetrain was like, oh my God, look at this. As a car, it was absolute garbage.
Right. Okay.
Right. But that was just Nissan. I mean, they
Yeah.
were building really weird cars. But the whole waft along and do whatever. But
Yeah.
it's kind of relevant to your Taycan because you talk about range and all of the rest of
Yeah.
it. 24 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf advertises 100 miles. It'll do 100 miles.
What did it do?
On the motorway,
Yeah.
if it was warm and kind of sunny like
was
this,
warm.
70 if you were very, very careful.
70.
70.
And how long have you had your Tesla?
2.5 years.
And what do you think to it?
Genuinely, I really love it, right?
Okay.
It does a whole load of things really well. I go up and down the country. I actually live up in the northeast of Scotland.
Yeah.
Despite the accent, I was down in Bournemouth
Yeah.
earlier this week. 12-hour drive. It's comfortable. It's easy to do it. I'd need the brakes,
You-
right? So I'd be having to stop anyway.
And let me just grab the camera. Can we have a look?
Yeah.
Can we have a look? Come on, let's have a look. Let's go on. Show me the camera. Show me the car camera. Show me the car. Here we are. One of us.
It's one of us, but you've seen thousands of these on the road because they're always white.
I have to say, there's a member of my family, I haven't admitted this, there's a member of my family who has a Tesla.
Yeah.
He's a very close member of family and he loves it. And I've actually been in it. And I have to say, your software and your infrastructure just blows the Porsche away.
But I test drove a couple of Polestars recently and put those up on the channel.
They
right?
don't mind the Polestar.
Well, Polestar 3 I thought was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The price is really amazing. The
Yeah.
energy efficiency was really amazing in a bad way.
Yeah.
But like from a a graphic user interface perspective, it looks spectacular.
Yeah.
You can't find anything, but it looks pretty.
But you actually on here, it shows you pedestrians where they are and everything.
Yeah.
Does this one have, yeah, you've got cameras in there.
There's 8 cameras on the car.
So is there like a stealth mode where it'll record when you're leaving the car?
Yeah.
So security mode.
Well, yeah, absolutely. When you've got the thing parked up,
Yeah.
the cameras are like here. The cameras are running, so we'll probably be on there if I start
Yeah.
faffing with
Can
doors.
we have a look inside it? Let's have a look inside.
Let's have-
See, we're all friends, really.
We are. We don't care.
We don't care. Look at that. I have to say, the software on it is superb. The software, isn't it? Have you had any issues with it?
On nearly 50,000 miles, I had a load of suspension parts replaced,
Okay.
and this seems to be I don't want to say a design flaw, but it's a design flaw. They
Okay.
didn't fit beefy enough suspension on Model Y. They're quite heavy.
How old is this one?
This is 2.5 years old.
Have they updated it since?
Lots of times. So
Right.
there's been like, so that they said to me, you're not getting like for like, you're getting the new upgraded suspension parts.
Yeah.
People talk about the Model Y having quite a hard ride, and okay,
Yeah.
that's probably fair, but not Audi S-Line hard. It's not like shake the teeth, fillings out your teeth hard.
Yeah.
But you can really tell the difference on the new suspension bits.
How long does it take to charge?
I mean, I went down from Northern Aberdeenshire to Bournemouth
Yeah.
in one trip,
Yeah.
and the longest stop that I had was 15 minutes, and that was because I needed to stop longer. The rest of it, 10 minutes every couple of hours, at which point I need a wee or to check an email or something anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And it's literally get down there when the battery's low.
Yeah.
The charge rate, you go straight to 210 kilowatts or something of super fast charge rate. And then as soon as it drops off, unplug it and off to the next one in a few miles or whatever.
And what does it cost you to charge a full charge on a Tesla network?
I mean,
You don't get free charging, do you?
no, but like, I mean, these superchargers
Yeah.
are roughly half the price of the ones that you're plugged into.
Yeah, the apple green, yeah.
Right,
It's
so they're
crazy.
roughly half the price and generally are quicker. I mean, I don't know what the peak charging speed is on your Taycan.
What's the charging speed on these?
This'll go to 250, and I've seen like 252, 253 when it's really empty.
Yeah.
So it really does charge fast.
And you don't put any card in, you just plug it in, don't you?
Literally plug it in, it knows that it's my car, it charges my card, and then when you're finished, press the button and unplug it, and away you go. And I think that's the point. When I've rented other EVs, it's faff.
Yeah.
It is fast.
You've got to have a different app, or you've got to have a different card or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm hoping this works with my Porsche charging card.
Have you actually tested it
doesn't.
before you started talking to me?
I haven't. I'm going to plug it in a minute and see whether it works. I mean, I'm hoping it will.
Well, let's go and do that.
Should we go and see whether it works? I'll give you the camera and you can see whether it works. So, just get a Tesla.
Yes.
Is what your YouTube channel is called.
Yeah.
And what do you post about your Tesla journeys?
I mean, I've done everything from, driving it up and down the country, testing features, testing software, new bits of hardware. I live in a beautiful part of the country and I take it on crazy roads you shouldn't be going on and whatever else. And it's just, look, it's an EV, but it's a car.
Yeah.
You can do car things with it.
Yeah.
I think there is some debate in parts of the internet. Jeff, as an example, about it's not a car. It is a car, and he knows it.
To be honest, the software is a lot better, I will say. So how many subscribers have you got?
13,000 and growing.
Okay, let's grow him even more to more subscribers. I'm going to pass the camera over. I think that's all right and locked in there.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
you got that?
good.
Right.
Got you.
So now you're going to see what a faff it is for me.
Here we go.
So, I've got to find my Porsche charging card, whereas you'd just plug it in, wouldn't you? Right, come on, follow me then. Let's have a look. So, where's the thing?
What is the design on these units?
Is it the... He's using B, so I need A. So I guess I just... I don't want to stop him, you see.
No.
So, do I plug it in first? I don't know. Let's have a look.
Try that.
So good grief, this is heavy. So I'm not joking actually, this is really heavy. Ugh.
Yeah.
So now I'll try and plug this in. Okay. Right, now, I wonder whether... Let's get over there.
That's dignified.
That's dignified. And then, I think... Tap card to start charging.
Press home on the screen.
Do I not?
I'd press home. Right, there you go. And then A's preparing.
Preparing. Okay, so do I tap card to start charging? It's not doing the RFID.
You know what? I mean, it's still literally saying preparing, and it's not going anywhere else.
So I'll try and... It doesn't look like it's going to work with my Porsche charging cards.
Well,
so...
I don't know. I mean, looking at it, I'm not sure if it's even ready.
If I do it that way, now it's doing it. So it's not working with my Porsche charging card. So it says it's preparing. Approved. So this is going to cost me an absolute fortune.
How much per kilowatt?
It's communicating with the vehicle. Charging will begin shortly. Communicating with the vehicle. Should have got a Tesla.
Look, I've actually timed mine on camera, and I've had it as 9 seconds from plugging in to power going into the car.
This is like communicating with the vehicle. Now you see, I've got a Tesla owner here who's actually going to verify that I'm not joking around. Here we go. So what we getting? 90? Is that good?
Hang on.
140.
What state of charge have you got? 44%.
Yeah.
So that's decent.
Is that decent?
On that state of charge, yeah.
But I don't know what it's going to cost me. It's kind of like it's like a gamble, isn't it?
Well,
it's like a lottery.
It is, and I don't know. This is where you then got to start checking things like Zap.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh,
price per kilowatt, 77 pence. 77p.
Right. Do you want to take that
back?
Let's have a look at what mine is.
Right.
Hang on. Let's go back over to mine.
Okay. Here we go.
So you're paying 77p.
Yeah. 77p, and you're paying.
I'm paying.
I'll just turn it around this way so we don't see any account details or anything. What have we got here?
41p.
41p.
Yeah.
That's mad.
So it's practically half price, as I said.
Half. So really, I should have got a Tesla.
It's not as posh as your Taycan.
Yeah, the software's better though.
It's probably quicker point to point.
Right.
Right. It's probably quicker point to point if you're doing a longer trip.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know how fast does it accelerate?
Oh, well, that one about 3.7 seconds or something, I think.
Yeah.
The new one's 1.8 seconds or 1.9 seconds.
So I had the acceleration boost software
Yeah.
fitted to this, so it went from 4.8 to 4.3, and that half second doesn't sound like a lot, but that extra punch, you really feel it.
Yeah.
But I can't accelerate
You can't
that
do it
hard.
anyway.
Almost never.
No, you
Right?
can't
It's
do
just
it.
not possible.
It's mad. Right, so there we go. I'm jealous now because you're charging at half price. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to advertise a Tesla owner. Go and subscribe to this guy's channel. Follow his journeys. Do you upload a lot?
At least once a week.
At least one. That's good.
Every Friday at 4 o'clock and some Tuesdays as well.
Brilliant. So head over. It's
Just get a Tesla.
Just get a Tesla, and that's what it's called.
That's it.
Brilliant. I shall pop that. I'm going to pop the link in the description, and I'll put you on the end as well. How's that? So head over and subscribe to him. There we go. Give us one just before I go and wait for this. Give us one more. One of us, can you?
One of us.
Stop right there. What has he done? What has he done? Turn it around. The guy's just gone there and he says, "Is the Taycan yours?" And I went, "Yeah, why?" He said, "I've just accidentally stopped your charge, so I've got to go and do it again." You couldn't write this, could you? Has he stopped it? Yeah,
He
stopped.
has.
Oh no!
How has he done that?
Because how has he done? How can you stop somebody else's car from charging? Connect to A. Finished? It's not finished. So now that's cost me £2.76, and it's put, well, energy
Hardly
deliveries.
anything.
Hardly anything in it. Now, if I go home, I've got to now unplug it. Hang on.
This is so much more hassle than Tesla.
Should have got a Tesla. Here we go. Let's whack that in it there. So we've popped it back. So now we'll do that. Go back here, prepare it. I feel like we've done this before. I've got deja vu here. Preparing, tap card to charge.
Here we go.
Right. Can you believe I'm doing this again?
And wasn't this the part where you've then got to wait?
Yeah, now I've got to wait. Preparing, approved, and it says prices there. So connect your vehicle, connecting with the vehicle, deja vu, we've done this before. I've got to say, let me turn this around and get us both up. So, don't you think that is daft? Can that happen with Tesla? Can somebody unput? No. Why would that? Because it's on the same thing, isn't it?
It's on the same thing, and they've stopped the wrong side.
They've stopped the wrong side. So,
but this is the point, right? It's great that loads of these new charging units have gone in.
Yeah.
But they're all complicated. They're all slow to get them going, and then you've got so you've just plugged your car in, and you go in there and start having a Starbucks and or whatever else, and come out 30 minutes later, and finally got stopped after 2 minutes.
It's mad. How long are you here for?
I mean, I'm nearly done.
You're nearly done?
I'm nearly done.
That's unbelievable. Oh, now I've got a chance to go in. I'm going to review this service there. Have you been in?
Yeah.
I'm going to go and review it and get like a chopsticks and review that for the other bit that I do when I don't talk about electric cars. Get in your own Tesla bay.
He's backing in.
He's backing in. What do you think though when you go to Tesla charging points and there's a Taycan on one of them?
I actually did a video talking about people who are charging on the right side, which is the wrong side. He said the left side, that's the right side, and they're blocking two bays. And I said, look, Tesla are setting their own pricing, and people like their own pricing because it's cheaper than these things. So I said, well, look, if you've got the kind of car that charges on the wrong side and blocks two bays, you should pay double the price.
Correct.
It seems fair.
Yeah, it does.
It was a bit controversial. There were quite a few entitled, actually mostly BMW drivers who really objected to the idea.
Oh, we both don't like BMW drivers. No, no. What do you think of the Taycan?
It looks beautiful.
But it's just a charge.
It looks beautiful.
That's where
it's very fast.
And it's very fast. The new one's 1.8 seconds, 0 to 60.
What is the point, though? I mean, with all of these things, look, back in the day, supercars wouldn't do anything like that. You've now got family hatchbacks doing, previous supercar 0 to 60s.
Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy. Well. So why is it that the insurance bill is going up and up and up and up on these things because you've got this nuclear arms race about power outputs started by Tesla. Let's be honest, started by Tesla to sell the cars. And they did a great job, but now everyone thinks you've got to have 500 horsepower.
No, but every time I've got in that, I've never gone, do you know what, Porsche? I think you should make it faster. I don't.
And yet, how much money have Porsche made over the years selling RS and Turbo RS and whatever versions and stripped down cup versions? People always want more power.
I don't want any more power.
When I had a Mini Cooper, right, 1.5 3-pot petrol engine, right, and it was nippy, it was brilliant fun. I didn't think I really need the JCW because how much power do you want in a little car when you're just having fun?
You don't need it. I'm wondering why my lights are on. Anyway, this is going to be the longest video in the world because I've come from the Lake District down to Mansfield to the dentist and back up to the Lake District, and now, do you know what? Maybe I should have
just got a Tesla.
Right, okay, so it is now, what time are we on? 6:05. Let's stop this from charging and get back on the road. Right, so unplug it. The only problem is it's not gonna tell me what I've get out. That's it. Good grief, this is a heavy cable. Get. Where does that go? This side. Hurt my arm. Let's get back in the car. I'm just looking. £34.06. Apple Green's charged me for charging there, and I think it should be at 100%. Let's get back on the road. Right, I'm not going to record my entire journey up to the lakes. I'm out of breath now after that. 235 miles of range, 100% of battery. Right, let's go on here and let's see how long it is up to the lakes. 100% of battery, 235 miles of range. We're now at 6:10. Come on. I need to get... What am I doing here? I need to get it. This is going to be the longest video in the world, isn't it? I just need to get my sat-nav on. Let's get on the road and I'll tell you how long it's going to take. But I'm not recording loads and loads on the way back to the lakes because I don't want to... I just want to concentrate and just get there now. I'm absolutely shattered. Good grief. Oh, right, so we've got 143 miles to go. 235 miles of range. I may put some charge in at Porsche, but we shall see. How am I getting out of here? I'm confused with here. Confused. There we go, M1 North. So anyway, there we go. I shall see you guys in a bit. Look at the rubbish coming out the back of that car. Get an electric car. Look at it. Good grief. Right, okay my friends, so we have arrived and we're back. I've got 85 miles of range left. I decided not to charge at Porsche South Lakes. I'll do that tomorrow on the way to Leeds. I actually have 38% of battery, 85 miles of range left, and I'm going to tell you now what the costs were. So bear with me 1 second. The Apple Green charger that we charged at earlier on was £34.06. Then if I go into my Porsche app here, it'll tell me exactly what it's cost me for the chargers today. And if you remember, I charged at, where are we here? Charging service, history, and it'll tell me actually what I charged, where I charged. I charged at Porsche this morning, and that cost me £13.79. So that's what it cost me at Porsche. And then I charged at GridServe, and that cost me £16.40. At GridServe, 12 minutes. Yeah, 12 minutes it says I was charging for, so not too long on that one. And then the one at Porsche cost me £13.79. I was charging for 23 minutes. So all in all, £13.79, £16.40, and then obviously the Apple Green earlier on, which was the most expensive, which was £34.06. So that's what it cost me all together to charge the car to go from the Lake District down to Mansfield and back again. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Do please give me a thumbs up for the video. It's been a very long day and I've got to edit it all together as well, and oh dear. So there we go. So I'm sick to the back teeth of charging, but thanks to my electric car Porsche thanks to my electric car Porsche are making me pay even more attention to my dental hygiene. That's where do I get these headlines from? Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one.